Let's just finish up the workbook lesson. If you flip the page where it says, then with this statement firmly in your mind, try to discover in your mind the self who is the Holy Son of God himself. This is an interesting one, very wordy. But because it spends then the next couple of paragraphs talking about this self. With this statement firmly in your mind, we're going to discover inside of us the self who is the Holy Son of God himself. That's really basically saying the Christ. This truth inside of you, that is who you are. Not this personality persona that we have developed about ourselves. This is our reality. This is who we are. Again, I go back to, think about this. I mean, can you remember when you were 20 or 18? Go back to that. Are you the same person? Everybody I know will say that. I am not the same person I was in high school. I wouldn't even recognize that person. I mean, not just even physically, but the things you were going through. Then go to when you were like 20, in your 20s somewhere, or even in your 30s. I am such a different person now than I was then. So we know that we're constantly changing. This is not our reality, and we'll be different when we're 80 than we are now. There's so much is going to be changing inside of us in the way we view things. We've changed so very, very much. So to me, what this is saying is there's a part of you that is eternal, though, that never changes. That reality is who you really are. This persona of you is constantly changing. And you know that yourself, just by how you've changed over the decades. You know you have. So you're very different. It's always changing. You're always growing. You're always developing. So it's trying to say, let's find the reality about you that is consistent. That's the self we are seeking within. This is the self that is assured, confident, knowing, at peace. Nothing can shake it. That's the eternal aspect of God within each and every one of us. The peace of the hologram, right? The peace that is the peace that seems to be separated out, and yet it contains the entire whole. That's what you have. Seek him, it says. Look at that 8th paragraph. Seek him within you, who is Christ in you, the Son of God, and brother to the world, the Savior who has been forever saved, with power to save whoever touches him, however lightly, asking for the word that tells him he is brother unto him. Saying, this is the connecting point. This is when we're in the DMV, and people have have you ever been around people who have kind of big tough shells around them? Been around those people with big tough shells? And yet, within a big tough shell, sometimes you can get like a little crack and they kind of smile. And you go, oh, there's the reality of them. They've had a lot of stuff go on in their lives that has made them feel like, I need to protect myself. I need to protect myself. I need to protect myself. And they've built up this real tough shell. And then sometimes, just like a child will, that kind of breaks through. And you see that reality of them. That's the truth. To me, that's who they are, that innocence, that they think they have to protect from the world or else they'll be hurt yet again. And what this is saying, let's begin to find the truth about you that is that innocence, but not innocence in a naive way. Innocence in your power. That innocence is your strength, not your limitation. It is the power that abides within you. That's what we want to find. That's what it's talking about. The Christ in you, who then becomes brother to the world, Savior, who has been forever saved, with the power to save whoever touches him. Not him touching others. Whoever touches him. That means touch that reality inside of you. That's what you do every morning. You open your mind. I am as God created me. His son can suffer nothing, and I am his son. This is what you want to touch. This is what you want to remember. This is where you want to find home. Every day when you get up, this is your reality. This is the truth of your being. Whether it's this workbook lesson or any course workbook lesson, it's all about getting you back to that truth. Finding that, touching that, realizing that, what that gives you, what that makes you. Savior to the world, brother to all mankind, with the power to save whoever comes in contact with that reality. You are as God created you. Today, honor yourself. Honor yourself. And it's talking about the capital S. It's not saying honor your ego personality. It's saying honor the reality that abides within you, this truth. Honor yourself. Let graven images you made to be the Son of God instead of what he is be worshipped not today. What are the graven images? The graven images are the personas we've made about ourselves. I am old. I am tired. I am dumb.
My back hurts.
My back hurts. My foot hurts. You know, I can't do that. Of course you can. You can do anything. The power of the universe walks with you. Don't diminish, don't discount God. When you say you can't, you're discounting God. You have to, if you don't know how to do it, what you do know is you know how to get it done. You know, somebody said one time, how did they say that? Can you do something? And they go, no, but I can make it possible. It's like they always said, I may not be able to do it, but I know how to figure out how to do it. I may not be able to handle that situation, but I know somebody who can. You know, we know, you know, if the question comes to you, you're able to handle it, whether it's you handling it or you knowing who can handle it. So never diminish yourself. You know, never diminish your reality. Don't worship these graven images you've made about yourself to be the Son of God. Don't worship them today. Deep in your mind, the Holy Christ in you is waiting your acknowledgement as you. So the Holy Christ in you is saying, I'm waiting for you to know who you really are. And you are lost and do not know yourself, while he, the Christ, is unacknowledged and unknown. You do not know the fullness of your being. No wonder you're confused. You do not know the fullness of your being. No wonder you feel lost. You do not know the fullness of your being. No wonder you think you're sick. We don't know who we are. We need to start remembering the truth. We've spent long hours, it says, and decades, and a lot of ancient learning building up the lie. It is now time to remember the truth.